Hey guys, I'm here with my disassembled Cutaway toilet tank. This is pretty much inactive right now. I was having some issues with it, with getting it to consistently work correctly, or the way that I wanted it to. And so I took it apart and decided to I'm going to switch out, or not really switch out, but take out this fill valve back here and make it higher, make it taller, so that it gives a greater range of motion for the float that's going to stick out from it. And another thing is, let's see, here we go. Where it comes out right here, this is just glued in there, and I would like for it to be removable so that if I ever do sell this and the person using it, has issues with the fill valve and can't really do anything with it, then it will be easy to replace. And so what I'm thinking is, instead of gluing it in right here like this, I'm going to find a threaded sleeve that I can put on this little piece of pipe sticking out, and then I can thread a nut onto it, and then on the inside, at the bottom of the base of the fill valve, there would just be like a little rubber washer, which is essentially how in full human-sized toilets they do it. But that way it would make it removable, and that way if there are any issues, they can just take it out, ship it back to me. I can, try to fix it or rebuild it or something like that. But this, the flush valve works great. I had to actually redo this, and it seals nicely. The flapper that I had on there seals nicely. I took off from the handle, I took off the little extension that connects to the chain, but I can put that on pretty easy. But yeah, that fill valve was a little tricky, because I guess the way I had it set up, the float was going too high to where the water would just end up going in the overflow tube here. So then I would bend the rod that the float's attached to, and it would shut the valve off earlier, but when the float would drop, it would snag the flapper right here and keep the flapper open. So it's like a little dance of components that have to work just perfectly for it to consistently work. Now, it did work, but my goal is to get it to consistently work correctly over and over and over again, and that way, it's as good as I can get it to sell. I don't want to sell somebody something that just sort of works, some of the time here and there. I want to make sure that, to the best of my ability, it works consistently. So anyway, that's the stage that this is in right now. So I will get back to it and, get back to work. So anyway, I decided to do some other stuff in this video. Just wanted to update you guys on this, and here is what will be in the rest of this video. So this is the second part of the video. I removed Mega Tank from the setup that I had it in like over a year ago, and found this piece of pipe and just rigged this thing up. And it's not, I'm sure it's not watertight, because I just sort of twisted the pipe into the little fitting right there on each side. So it probably will leak a bit, and if so, that's not a big deal. But what I'm doing is, I have this base, which is a broken base. You can see the back, and I can't remember how this broke. I don't know if I just accidentally dropped it or smashed something into it or something. But it was damaged, and I decided, let's break the rest of the back off of it and just do flushes and, different things like that. And so I thought today, since the Cutaway toilet is currently inactive, that maybe we could do something with this. So let's see if I can turn it. Trying not to let this tip over. You can see through the back of the trapway. I keep banging my mirror here, but you can see through the back of the trapway down to the trapway opening. See the water kind of slosh there. So this essentially now is like a blowout toilet. And I thought, you know, might as well hook up the biggest water flow possible, which would be Mega Tank, and see what we get. So, and down here, put a bunch of towels so that, you know, if the water happens to just gush over the side of my sink, it will hopefully catch it. It's a nice toilet. I mean, the base is nice. I feel bad that it ended up breaking, because it would have, you know, been a, you know, seemingly a viable toilet. So I'm going to angle this over towards the edge of the sink so that it'll just gush out here, hopefully mostly into the sink. My test before with Mega Tank had the water coming into the bowl so fast that it just overflowed the bowl. So if that happens, that's fine. It'll just go hopefully on the floor onto the towels there. But anyway, I'm going to put the camera down to fill the tank. And hopefully the filming of this will come out okay, because it's pretty high up and I want to get good angles and make sure that I hold the handle down for the entire flush. So let me pause it and we'll be right back. Alrighty, here's Mega Tank, mostly full of water. I'm gonna have to hold it because obviously it would just topple backwards and crash if I didn't hold it. But it doesn't really seem to be leaking very much at all. And what I'm gonna do is with this hand flush, and then with my right hand try to, you know, get some different perspectives, definitely down here into the bowl and maybe a little bit in the tank. So, all right, hopefully this does not fall. And we're gonna go for a flush. We'll start at this angle and just pan around as it's flushing. So here we go. And because it is that blowout style, you can see that it did not siphon. There's no gurgle. We still have water left in the bowl. And not too bad as far as getting water everywhere. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have another base that's broken as well that I'm going to do the same thing with and see how that goes. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.